Hello, heathens, degenerates, and otakus. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another exciting live stream. And today I have a couple of guests on, so hold on just a second. The
Hello,
stream.
cruel and harsh universe,
Oh
and all
man.
who suffers in it.
Oh man, this is so great. Oh hey, I didn't see you guys there.
Hey,
Well, you know what
Mr.
to
A.
say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Oh, hey, Mr. A.
So,
Do you like my guys? So, do you like my new intro line?
nice.
Oh, I didn't quite check out the video quite yet, but I will eventually.
But I was more referring to my intro line when we all got in.
Yeah,
Oh.
and also, speaking of which, check it out.
Nice.
Ooh. Funny enough, I got the your profile. So yes.
Nice.
Yeah, anyway, I got this through my taco box, and now I'm actually at legendary status. Where actually I had to be a part of it for an entire year.
Ooh, wow, yeah. I forgot what I was at for Raycon. I do buy a lot of different Raycons over the couple of years because they kept dropping or it's just like they just stopped working. But I still like Raycon, so it's still good.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Anyway.
It's a good thing. So, well, since I got the phone right now, yes, there's an update for Cyberpunk. The patches are finally rolling out. We're at version 1.06. I have yet to play it, but finally, we are finally getting the expansion pass. And unfortunately, Mr. Anime, you're missing out because why? It's all on next gen and PC. So unfortunately, it's it was only a matter of time, in my opinion, for a lot of these games. It was only a matter of
Yeah,
time before, like,
unfortunately, I am not supporting Sony any farther because
or
basically
for
they're
an Xbox
freaking.
Series X, because you can buy the Series X, which is for at an affordable price, so that's a good thing. You always play on Xbox and have it that way and be like, ooh, it's pretty good on Xbox. But it was only a matter of time. But it's like, but you know what? They a lot of the new
Yeah,
content right now.
probably if I actually do get if I actually plan on getting my taxes this year, next year, I'm gonna see if I can get myself a freaking Xbox One X.
You
Cockadoodle
want the Series X. You
pussy.
want the Series X.
Hey, Dio.
Because that's the 4K one, the better one to get the Series X. So I know it's a weird branding. Like I don't know who's in charge of branding over there at Microsoft, but get better name for your console so people aren't buying the wrong one. I still remember when that happened when they all launched together. It's like, you guys are buying the wrong console. That's the old generation. You want the new generation.
Yeah, and basically, also, guys, check it out.
Nice.
Oh,
Zero two from
Nice.
Darling in the Franks.
Nice.
Oh, and I bet you that Maggie Negan would love to actually,
Oh, wait,
just have her for
can we see
as
the
part of her
cake?
collection.
Mr. A, can we see the cake?
What cake?
Here's the cake, yeah. Here's the cake, guys.
Oh,
Thank
also,
you.
just throwing it out there. Dee I don't know if Shadow said this already, but Dee will not be joining us today because her power is out because, well, storm stuff happening or something.
Yeah, and also, that's not just the only thing I got. Check this out. For anybody who likes Necopara, how about some coconut?
Oh, the Necopara.
Nice.
Nice.
Coconut was second best girl. Chocolate was number one.
I mean, I like all the cat girls from Necopara, including Chocola and Vanilla. But I kind of find it weird that Chocola always actually addressed herself in the third person.
That was adorable.
Adorable. That was adorable when they do that.
And she did.
But the new Cyberpunk expansion. Holy crap! We are finally. There's more Keanu. Like Keanu came up as well. So it looks like Johnny is still going to be in the expansion. Like yes, more Johnny Silverhand, better. It's like the new United States of America. That's so America. Like this is one of the new gangs that is going to be part of the expansion, and we're finally exploring more of the city, which is Pacifica. So the entire expansion of Pacifica. So I'm like, yes, it's out next year, but I'm still excited. I'm still excited because you know me, I spent $250 for that collection edition. I better get my money's worth. And here it comes. It just took over 2 years, but I don't care. It's my money. I spent it. I'm gonna fucking play it again.
Oh yeah,
All the new content is based around the anime now because one more week before Edge Runners.
nice.
Yeah,
Also,
hopefully.
I do want to throw this today. Later today, I will be streaming JoJo Bizarre Adventure, the All Stars game that just came out.
Oh, nice. I
Yes,
need to
get
actually
ready.
I just got my freaking Roku back, so I still gotta freaking watch freaking part 2 of freaking. What do I want to say there?
Stone Ocean.
JoJo's part 6.
Oh yeah, I need to
Part
also do the same thing.
I mean, it's definitely better. It looks like they, I don't know if they saved them all or like they went back and were like, let's patch it up a bit more. And it flows a lot better. There's a lot more creative music. Oh man, dude, without spoiling it too much, I watch it again in Japanese, and I almost prefer the English scream for one of the characters because it was that good. Like, dang, it was really good. But at the end, we get, as I keep on saying, we get closer to heaven. We get very, very close to heaven in this one.
But one thing I do want to say is like the great thing about the Part 6, dub and sub, you can't really say one is better than the other because both of them do a damn good job. Hell, even in the Spanish version, the voice actress for Jolene, that's Jolene's voice. Like any version is Jolene's voice. Like you know how when you watch a anime, it's like this character sounds better when X voices them. Well, with
Oh,
Jolene,
definitely, definitely. There's always that preference,
yeah,
like
but
I'm
with
not saying that like the weird one for me is Fate because John Arc is supposed to be French, but when I heard the French dub, I'm like, it sounded a little weird. I'm like, it's not saying that the actress was bad, but I'm like, it sounded a little off-putting from time to time. I'm like, she could do it, but I'm like, is she just peaking too soon, or they just didn't have a whole lot of time? Like, it always feels weird in some cases. Like even some of the English dub, like some of them sound good, but why are they kind of half-assing, or maybe they just don't care? It's like it could be the screenplay or its direction. I think the best example for the Japanese is take a look at Asta's Japanese voice actor. He had a very, very rough time in the first season, but the more he practiced, the more he's in different projects. Looking at him now, especially in Fire Force and beyond, it's like, holy shit, I can't believe this is the first kid we unfortunately memed on, but now he's so much better. It's like, wow, great job.
I mean, well, to be fair, like going back to like the Black Clover thing. In all fairness, the English version is kind of 50-50 because the voice that they gave Zora for the English version, it's no, that's not Zora's voice.
I Yeah, I agree on that part. Like it's close, but like I would have preferred someone else. But
Yeah,
you
and
know,
just like with Mariona, and I'm not saying this because of that bitch who voices her. I'm saying this because it's just that voice doesn't suit Mariona that well.
Wait, who voices Meliona?
You don't want to know.
Is it freaking MR or JM?
Oh, no, yeah, MO, yeah.
Oh God, why does it have to be her? Because basically, God forbid, she actually freaking screwed Vic over.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I mean, seriously, that chick really needs to learn, some self humility.
We're not here for that though. We're here for praising the
fun.
Yeah, true.
Fun stuff.
I mean,
It's also fun.
we're
yeah,
here to
we actually
praise.
need to focus because basically, it's like what freaking I don't want to say there. Casey was actually saying we need to focus on positive things instead of just being all pessimistic all the damn time.
Like HIV, because HIV positive.
Oh, God. Why are we actually talking about sexually transmitted diseases right now?
So no, not the place. Not the time or place.
Yeah, but
Gotta be the broom.
that's why I'm not afraid to actually show some anime titties because God forbid, the aunties will always actually start crying. Oh, anime titties are bad. It's misogynistic. Oh God.
The only people who cry are just the land whales and the beta males who shit their pants when they see a booby.
Was that supposed to rhyme?
No, but it just did by accident.
Yeah, and also, guys. Oh, looks like I got ourselves another guest. Hold on. We got Geek Freak.
Nice.
Hey, Freaky.
Hey. How is everybody?
Doing pretty good.
Fantastic.
We're doing good.
Doing fantastic.
Ideal. It's always great to have you here, buddy.
Exactly. But anywho,
But anywho,
we're talking about how great the JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 8,
6.
Part 6, damn, Part 6.
Are you guys sure you're true JoJo fans? I'm starting to question it right now.
None. Yes. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
part
in fact,
right now I'm
basically,
kind of just like I'm playing a game right now while talking to y'all at the same time, which is some
yeah, I hear
awesome
you
like
there.
that.
I'm just actually so probably after the stream, I'll try watching some more JoJo's part 2 of JoJo's Part 6.
You do that.
Because, like I said, I just got my freaking Roku back from my uncle since he was borrowing it. Since his doesn't actually have the Amazon account, and mine does.
Hmm.
That's why That's why I didn't have it, and I didn't have the ability to have time to sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anywho, so like I said, I'm happy that the Part 8 game has out and shit, and I can't wait to play it right now. Well, to be fair, right now I'm talking to you guys, so I'll play it, later tonight after stream and shit.
Just remember that this is really a fan game first, a fighting game second. The reason why I say that because it's kind of true. Is it a little mediocre when it first came out? Oh, definitely. Is it still fun to play? Heck yeah. Did they put a lot more effort into doing panel over panel, getting the moves and stands right? Yes. You will literally see them attempt to do the style of the when they summon their stands and they do the move. You go, oh my god, that is the manga coming to life in the game. It's like, god damn it, it's fucking beautiful. And some of the, it's not like all the original actors came back. Some of them
Mhm.
are from the anime. So if you want to hear the original Jolene's voice, you're going to buy the original PS3 game to hear that voice again. But this one uses the anime voice. But
Basically, you're
don't worry,
saying they
Kotaro came back because he started off in the anime.
what you're saying is they put more effort into this.
A little more effort, but sometimes you are gonna miss that rawness of the original Ora when he's used to it now. But
Yeah.
he's gotten so much better, so which I'm happy for him.
Oh God, Langbo actually says this. Nagatora,
Oh,
get ready for trouble, Izaki. Get ready for trouble, Izaki-chan. Make it double D plus. Anya loves peanuts. Waka waka hello.
I, I did see a couple Spy X found down up in Green Bay, but no Anya's, only a lot of yours. So like that was a good thing.
Oh come on! I mean, basically, Anya is practically like the spirit of the freaking series.
She is. I just picked up the second volume as well, so
Yeah, she is baby.
she's the baby. She's the good baby that you want to protect. But
Yes.
Yor was there. Like I've definitely seen a couple cosplayers pull off Anya even better because strangely enough they're at the right height. It's like okay, but I guess it worked out for them because one of my friends he was down on where was he at California at the time, and he's walking around Anime Expo, but he swear like, wait a second, is that actual Anya? It's like he sent me a photo. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, are you joking? There was someone who's at the right height and everything for her. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Hey,
Oh, yo, Arcana, what's up?
what's up?
Not much. Just freaking having an open chat live stream right now. So
Yeah, we talk about how good the JoJo's game is that just came out.
I'm still gonna have to wait to actually play that because I'm still waiting on getting Guilty Gear and both Guilty Gear and Dead or Alive Extreme 3.
I really gotta see about this JoJo's
Like,
Bizarre
if I want
Adventure
to talk
game.
about Dead or Alive Extreme 3 for a little bit, it's that I still don't know why it's like not here in America because it's dumb, harmless fun. That's all it is. Is it kind of dumb? Somewhat. Will you be playing a lot of the same games over and over again? Yes. But you know what? It is what it is. I understand why it's on all the Asian territories and not here, but it's like maybe it's the market or maybe it's not, but it's like whatever. There are multiple different versions you could get, but the PC version, nah, no way. That's full blown gotcha. You don't want to waste your money on that shit.
Yeah, unfortunately, here's the thing. I actually decided to get it for the Switch because, basically, I want to give Nintendo more of my money, but basically, Nintendo's the lesser evil over Sony.
True.
Yeah, but even though mine is still the uncensored version, because that's the tricky thing is you have to find the right version for the PlayStation, otherwise you might get a little censored. So mine is the uncensored version. So but then again, there's still DLC. And you gotta remember there are a few ways to get around the DLC, but you'll figure it out.
But anywho, so how's everyone's day?
I'm good,
So
thank
far,
you.
pretty good. I mean, I actually went out to lunch with my uncle, and we actually went over to Chili's.
Baby back ribs.
I didn't have the ribs. We both had a burger.
Yeah,
But ribs.
I like burger.
Ribs.
Yep.
Wait a minute, Dionysus, you like ribs?
Yes, I
Ribs.
love meat.
Well,
Yeah,
we know
and
that,
burger
but
actually
you
contains
like
meat
ribs.
too. There, dude. In fact, we also actually shared a Texas cheese fry.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ah, nice.
Cheese fries.
Nice.
I like that.
Oh, those things are so freaking good. But I'm the only one that likes to eat the jalapenos, since my uncle can't do spicy food, and to me, jalapenos are like candy.
I don't like jalapenos because they're bitter and disgusting.
For me, that's like the complete opposite with me. Basically, it's like got like a nice sweet little burn for me.
The thing
I
is
mean-
with jalapenos, I tried it and it doesn't have a lot of sweetening.
Damn it.
What's going on, Geek Freak?
Sorry, something was going on in the background. Sorry,
Oh,
It's
my bad. Sorry.
my phone's ringing, and I'm not really gonna try to answer it because it's just me and my uncle here right now, and I think my uncle just went to sleep. So
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, later tonight I'll be playing the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 game, and tomorrow I have my another day off, thankfully, so I think tomorrow I might stream more JoJo than the Bug Snacks game. I don't know, I'm still kinda...
But also, guys, it turns out that a freaking an artist for Bridget actually got bullied off of fucking Twitter.
Oh yeah, that piece of fucking dog shit who they all bullied, because he made Bridget his actual pronouns, and these mouth-breathing, knuckle-dragging, smooth-brain
Get
neckbeards
to the
with
point already.
mental issues.
and people
They-
will No, finish. I'm
They
sorry.
bullied this person because they didn't play pretend with them.
And I'm still trying to figure out why is people still taking a high road with these people. And people look at me crazy when I say foul shit to these people who would go and attack and harass an artist for being an artist. Imagine if that was me. That'll be justified to them in their eyes. But if I went out and I started going crazy and I started cursing people out and death threatening them and all of that, oh, you're a spurg. Oh, you're an asshole. Oh, you're a piece of crap for doing that. But they do it.
Hmm.
So it's okay?
Because it's okay when they do it.
No,
When
no.
you or anyone else does, it's like, oh my god, how could you do this? You're terrible, blah blah blah.
Yeah, no. I'm not buying that. It's fair game with me. If I come across one of them, I'm going to say some of the worst stuff I can think of. If that I can possibly
Hey, Mr. A, I gotta be BRB for a sec.
uh,
I gotta go check the mail.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Here's what we're talking about. It's been 30 years since the very first episode of Batman the Animated Series launched. 30 years. Who feels old right now?
I do.
30 years.
I don't.
Whoa, dude. How old are you again?
Dude,
Am I older than you?
I'm 24.
Dude, oh yeah, you're only 1 year younger than me. I am old. Why?
You're
Because we
not
have to
old. What the fuck? You're young.
Dude,
Like,
you
are you
are
kidding?
old. You are old, man. You are old. Trust me.
No,
Trust
dude,
me. You are
no,
old.
dude, no. This whole bullshit with age, blah blah blah. Okay,
Thank
listen.
you, Dionysus. I'm so fucking sick of that bullshit. Like,
You
You're
seriously.
are
welcome. You're
old. You
welcome.
feel
But like,
old.
it's like you're old when you're 50 years old. That is when you're old as balls and shit. But to be, however, like 20, 30, that's not old. You're
You
old
can.
when you have to basically take about 40 fucking pills and you're like, back in my day.
Thank you. Someone with some goddamn sense. Thank you,
But,
Dionysus.
but
You
here's
know what?
my
I might
logical
join your
sense.
live streams one day.
But here's my logical sense. Think about everything that our parents said that, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, or the stuff they take for granted when they used to be saying, you know what, back in my day, we used to be playing outside. Yeah, you know what, motherfucker? You were the first one in the family to have a smartphone. Well, I still have a flip phone.
Dude, I
So,
was not. I do not say back in my day, dude. I don't say that shit. I don't say that a lot,
you did it right
actually.
now, so that can. But you gotta realize that the kids today are going to be so lucky with everything that they have. You know, when I was growing up, it's like, you know what, you were starting to get this stuff or talk about this stuff and how it's new, it was innovating, and now it's like it's part of everyday life. It's like, yep.
I was pretty lucky when I was a kid. Actually, I watched the Batman animated series in 2006.
I was
Yeah,
watching.
I'm pretty new to here. I'm not that old. You guys have been watching this
24,
stuff for a
25.
very
You're
long
probably
time.
born in '97, and I was '96, so we're not that far off.
We're not that far off, but trust me, you're not. You're not old. That's only in
Dude,
your
I
brain.
have like multiple I have like multiple cousins who are like, are starting to graduate or starting to have college. One of them is about to get married. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm older than all of you, but I swear to God, I keep saying that one of them gets married before me. I'm like, that's it, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I think you
basically,
grew up too
I'm only
fast.
33, so basically, yeah, I know what you say when I feel old.
Well, when your
I don't
mom is
feel
kid
old.
number 7, and there's only one guy in her family, and everyone on her side is married, and your older sister's married, and when you think about all the grandchildren, I am the last of the grandchildren. Then there's the great grandchildren, and it's like, swear to God, yeah. My family on my mom's side is huge, so that's why I'm like, I am old. I used to run around, play with all of them, but now they're all teenagers, and so I'm like, okay, we're all done playing around, but then it's like, oh yeah, we have the new generation that's also coming as well. So it's like, holy shit, I'm old. Like I'm old, man.
Dang, that
I'm old.
my situation is totally different. Like,
You're not
I was always
old.
the kind of person that was into the more newer stuff. Like my family, they like more old school stuff. I'm into the newer shit. I love old school things, but I don't want to stay in the past for fucking ever. I want to see what we can do with this new stuff, you know?
I agree.
So I'm with this
But
generation in some cases when it comes to certain stuff.
But here's the thing, freaking God forbid we actually have to freaking follow certain guidelines. We actually have to freaking be more inclusive. We need to actually add in tokenizational bullshit.
Yeah, I don't like that. I think there should be another way. See, here's the thing. I've always been middle grounded. I've never been part of a party, or I've never been like political like that. I just knew that the world wasn't the way it should be, or
That's
what
me
things wasn't right. So I'm what you would call an independent. I'm not a liberal or conservative, but I feel like if there's a way to make things work without all of these rules and regulations and make things work properly, I think we can live in a better society. I think certain things should just go away. That just stuff that's archaic and does not fucking work anymore at all.
Yeah. In fact, this whole bullshit about freaking, Orange Man bad, we actually need to actually have like LGBT plus representation, people of color actually, being the forefront of everything.
Which is why
No,
the
no,
Lord,
I'm
the
totally
Lord,
against that. No.
which is why the Rings of Power sucks so badly.
Careful. Again, let me speak. Donald, let me speak because I am a person of color. I always have to say this is that when it comes down to certain topics like that, is that one, be careful, and number two is that while sometimes I just don't care or just give a crap what people will say, is that like, hey, it doesn't matter. Like, for example, when you hire someone that's supposed to be a certain person, a certain character for a certain show, it's like people want to see the character come to life. And we can turn it out in two ways. One, they're like comic book accurate, or it's like close, but it's like let's see if they can pull it off.
And I'm back.
But that
Welcome
depends.
back.
Like I still remember the
So what did I
Hellboy
miss?
controversy for the
Not much.
reboot film. And okay, so you got Ed off the project to get an actual Asian actor in the role. Okay, fine. That's okay because even he agreed that I'll step down to the role from the role. Everyone praised him, but I still remember David Harbour saying that an injustice will done. We will do it correctly. I'm like, I agree with you on that part, David. But if Ed's gotta leave, then the African lady who's playing an Irish lady role should be replaced as well. You can't be like, yeah, we got Ed off. We got an Asian actor now. Where's the Irish actor? The actress who plays the character for the Hellboy movie, I say she was decent, but she's not the character. Like get the Irish lady in there so we can get the character correctly. I know The Witcher also does this as well, but at least for The Witcher, they have.
What
good
about
actors.
Irish representation? Because basically, have people forgotten what the Irish had to go through back when they came to America? Like the freaking no Irish need apply signs.
And then aren't Irish people like redheaded or something like that, and they have freckles?
Yeah,
and the character was an Irish.
Yeah,
redhead
and
lady.
they always want to talk about kick a fucking ginger day and all of that. It's fucking annoying.
The thing is, I mean, it's still happening today in Ireland, and not just in Ireland, and it's happening in the UK. I mean, we're all being freaking oppressed over here because of the globalists.
Fucking ridiculous.
That's bullshit. For somebody that actually is of Irish blood, I find that freaking just as fucking racist that people are trying to actually get rid of Irish people.
But those assholes. I mean, I've got a little bit of Irish blood in me as well.
And basically, I believe Dio actually has Irish in his blood as well.
Yeah, not it.
I think I thought Dionysus was yeah, I forgot what it was, but I thought he was some because of his accent and whatever.
And then you get to the other stuff. If we do want to talk about a little bit, is that it's like I'm fine with people drawing different characters or different designs, but never say that these in air quotes edits are better than the original.
Oh yeah,
I don't think so.
I've seen that.
I think some designs look okay, they look fine, but if there's one thing I have a problem with a lot of them consistently, it's the hairstyle. I'm like, some of them, like, this is no offense, but it's like, I'm not a big fan of braids, but that's just me. I'm like, some people can pull off braids.
Thank you.
Can't. Like, my dad had a colleague that he was working with, and, like, he had the braids, and I'm like, he could pull it off, but he said one thing that, I don't know if the guy was properly washing or not, but he said, like, man, it just smelled. I'm like, it can happen. and you can damage your hair even worse that way. There are some hair conditions that you don't want to have too early on, like due to how people are styling their hairs. But it's like when I look at some of them, like, really, we're calling this better than the original Japanese? I mean, people, I keep constantly saying this over and over. Instead of going for the blackwashing your characters, how about we start making our own original characters? But that's a lot of work and effort.
No, it's not.
Oh, it is.
Oh
It isn't.
God.
All
The
it
thing
is they want to ride the
beyond.
coattails
Ultra.
of
Say
the
something.
popular characters.
Also,
Dionysus
Lanko
Jojo's
actually
fanboy.
says Dionysus JoJo's fanboy ghost power. Ada.
Oh no.
No.
Why
No,
not?
no.
Why are you
Because
guys saying no like that for? I mean, basically, where does Dionysus thing go?
no. When Dio says it, no offense, it goes hala hala. I mean, sometimes it can be a little bit off-putting.
Yeah, and then hearing that multiple times while the
Yeah.
person is punching you, yeah, that would be kind of weird. Imagine what the
Yeah.
stand would look like.
But to be fair, though, my character is a masochist and a sadist.
Your stand is a sadist?
Well,
boy, that I hope he's not too powerful. That's scary. That'll be scary.
What we call it, the actual tarot cards or the actual band name. So, but we'll see about that.
If I went with a band named Stan, it's gonna be my favorite Birthday Massacre. Yeah, gothic band.
Oh. Actually, if I had a stand, I'd actually call it Punk Rocket. Basically, it's an amalgamation of both the late band freaking Daft Punk with the song from Elton John, Rocket Man.
Oh, there you go.
Is it okay if I can say something?
Yeah, go
ahead.
Okay, I think I've said this before, but remember when you said, something about like representation and all that stuff, right? But yes. and we've been talking about like how we're going to swap this person of color with somebody else. Well, the thing is, when it comes to giving people like other jobs and stuff like voice acting for example. You've had people say, "Oh, you've got a white person voicing a Latino or a black person or something like that." But when it's like a black person or a Latino or something like that voices a white person or an Asian person, I mean that's completely fine. I mean, did you know that Samurai Jack's voice actor is actually black? But Samurai Jack is white. No, I mean he's Asian.
And you can't replace Samurai Jack's voice.
One of my favorite characters from Assassin's Creed, Ezio Auditore da Firenze, Roger Craig Smith. He's not Italian, but holy shit, does he have a fantastic Italian voice? That is the character.
Mm-hmm.
That is the character coming to life.
Honestly, I'll play Assassin's Creed just for Ezio Auditore.
I mean, not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with Samurai Jack being voiced by a black dude. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is when it comes to these SJW types saying that it's wrong for a white person to voice characters that isn't their proper ethnicity, but when it's somebody else that's non-white and they're voicing like other characters that's other ethnicities, I mean it's fine with them. They're hypocrites. They're absolute hypocrites.
Because basically, they want to control the narrative. They get to choose when it's okay for someone to voice this character, that character. But if you do it, then you're, a disgusting, misogynistic pig or whatever.
What'd you call me?
Not you.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't
but then again, I'm going to tell this voice actor.
Off the cuff there, guys.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to finish first. But even then, I'm going to tell these voice actors, hey, don't feed the goddamn trolls. I shall repeat that again. Don't feed the goddamn trolls. If you let the trolls win, then they're going to get to you. You're going to be mad.
What do you say?
There are people out there that are going to support you saying, hey, congratulations, great job, keep up the great work. I'm also still going to say, why are we bringing race into this almost every single time? Like, for the new Sonic Prime show that's coming to Netflix, we do have the second ever African person to voice Sonic. I'm like, that's great, that's awesome, but why are we bringing up his race? I don't care, the guy's good, but I don't care if, hey, Fidel, I don't care if the guy is African or not. You could hire
Me neither.
me a German actor, a Latino actor, a Guatemalan, whoever. But if that guy has or lady has a very good voice, let's hire them. Sonic
Exactly.
has so many
Yeah,
different voices over the years. I'm not going to care, really.
I really
Yeah,
believe that they
exactly.
only try to
Exactly.
point out how black they are is because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm not racist. See, we have a black guy. We're not racist. When those be the most racist people behind closed
Taylor,
doors.
Serna, welcome.
Hi.
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up?
Hey,
Not much.
What's up? I'm gonna stay a little bit, so I'm back to the stream, guys. So you guys talk about some Hollywood racism here about Latino and Latina, the black people casting or something.
Oh, we're always actually bitching about how people are always actually saying, "Oh, people can't actually voice, certain types of characters." Whatever happened to meritocracy? You know, where's the merit to what a person can do?
Listen, man.
If
George
the-
Washington said we should just be Americans. No parties, no none of that. We should just be Americans. That's what he said, and I'll stand by that.
You know what's funny is even though
Exactly.
you say that, I guarantee you a Wookiee would sit there and say, well, actually, he was racist and blah, blah. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'll be like, I know he was racist, but do we have to? Let's be honest. He had a point where he said we don't have to be part of a party in order to that. We should just be Americans. Am I right?
But
I
yeah,
think
I
Yeah,
agree.
America's a constitutional republic, not freaking
Plus, back
democracy.
then, we weren't as advanced as we are today, so racism was kind of the norm back then. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
there you
talking
go.
about the 1700s for crying out loud.
Oh yeah, that is
Look,
true. That is
it-
old.
It is
Very
kind of the
old.
norm today. You know, racism has made a comeback, but this time it's towards white people. This time.
Yeah, it reverse engineered the whole thing. Oh, sorry, white man, blah 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 blah. Fucking stupid, man.
And what's funny is the fact that these SJWs, aka the self-hating white people, are like,
Yep.
well, we actually deserve. Like, no one deserves racism, you shithead.
This idea that certain racism is quote unquote deserved is in itself basically racism. Yeah, it's because basically you're saying that so and so basic is evil and thus deserves.
I had not watched Death Battle in so long. They actually have John Wick versus James Bond. I would actually like to see that.
Oh,
I actually watched it yesterday, and freaking that was pretty interesting. But
Gypsy Freak.
Oh yeah. That's right. Stop making Vikings black on movies. Vikings from Scandinavia. Most people in Scandinavia is white, especially in all times. Yeah, that's one problem I do have with Vikings Valhalla. They are erasing history yet again, even though they kind of got it right better in the History Channel. But even though Vikings is still inaccurate from time to time, but it's like I'm like the actor's okay, but I'd rather have the actual person to be the actual person. But it's like,
Or
why are we erasing
you
history?
want someone who would match the character. Yeah,
With the
I mean,
character, like the
it's one
actual
okay.
person.
Like it's different if it's voice. Like if it was a cartoon that was voice acting, that'd be fine. But it's not. It's live action. So basically, the person has to match the description.
Exactly.
Because of that.
Exactly.
Because it's live action.
Even right now, Stern, I'm going to finish right now that I know Taylor's going to be mad at me. Don't you dare say it. We have probably the most racist movie out now coming out, The Woman King, and we are completely, these writers in Hollywood and directors and actors. So you're telling me every single one of you agreed on this project and are actually erasing history from Africa. The tribe that they're trying to portray in the movie are not one that were against slavery. They were for slavery, and they fought against their own different tribes in Africa. I'm like, are you serious right now?
Exactly. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I don't care about it. I really know this. I really know this
that
entire
movie
time
was
because
gonna be
in
bullshit.
African cultures, there were a bunch of slave
And
trade.
also, let's not forget the fact that they're saying the woman king. There's no king in a female. It's
I know. Well,
queen.
here's what I say. We already have a word for that. It's called the queen.
Queen.
Yeah, there you go. And by the way,
Well,
and,
technically
and
speaking,
these
the
are the
reason
same
why the women are
assholes.
warriors because half the men in the tribes kept getting killed off, so they had to train the females. So that is part of history. I'll give them credit for that, but
True.
you're missing the whole point still.
Well, it's not just that, but it's also the fact that it's queen and
I mean, the
the
one of the reasons why women can fight in wars in the first place nowadays is because of the invention of firearms. So
Hey, Geek
because
Freak.
that kind of separates the person from the because you're relying more on technology rather than physical strength.
On your channel, Gypsy Freak. I like it.
Thanks.
Why don't you upload on it? It's been 2 months.
Well. The thing is, I have been trying to like do that, but the problem is that I'm trying to like find actual clips from like shows that's like red pilled like well what it is it's I just can't find any, or there's like not many people coming over to my channel, but I do want to get back into that, but I do. Let me say again. I'm actually thinking of actually uploading to TikTok. Like just using like red pill stuff and put it onto there, so that way, if people from those left wing losers was to come across that and they say, and it was to look at my videos, they will go.
Most of them have already made up their mind, though.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see them grovel when they go no. Wee. It's fun to see them that. But yeah, I'll get back to uploading on that channel as soon as I can. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have a talk too? Because
Go ahead.
Because I knew the Woman King sucks. Because I just realized that in African tribes they're pro-slavery. I'm not angry about this, but I was like, you got these Wookiees in Hollywood trying denial of the enslavement, how the blacks were being sold by their own people, by the African kings and queens. Because funny thing is, even the females, the woman warriors were not warriors or soldiers. They're child soldiers. They're sex slaves. They are being, they've been subtly dominated by a king who just owned them. Some kind of Stuart syndrome style, Stockholm syndrome style. Like most of the women warriors were not helping for freedom. They were capturing slaves from different tribes, kind of like a Viking style. They were kidnapping men, women, children, and selling to our traders, mostly a white man. Wow.
Yeah. Also, another thing, they don't actually talk about all the slaves back in the 17th century were actually freaking were white as well, because they actually would take people from Ireland, from Europe, and all that.
Yeah, there
and
were
also
white
put them-
slaves. Yeah.
Yep,
I've seen it.
even during back in the Viking era,
But also another little fun fact is back here in the United States when slavery was a thing, there were legit black slave owners.
Exactly. I mean, but the thing is that the left wants to make it clear that it was only the white man who came in and invaded. It was only the white man who enslaved people of color, or brown people and black people. It was
where
only
does
the white
actually
man who
have
invented racism. But I mean, I think most people are starting to see right through that bull crap. I mean, every
The
race,
problem
every
is
race
history being
every race has done slavery at one point. I mean, every single race, every creed has done slavery and colonized all these other countries and all that stuff. I mean, everybody is starting to see that now. Anyways, yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry. Go on.
yeah.
anyway.
The thing is that sure, but I mean the problem is that are people going to know that in 10 or 20 years because as you know, the schools are being basically told not to teach real history.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
it's not even, well, just with the real history and stuff like that. There's this stupid BS with the whole the LGBT community, that the Stonewall incident was done by a black trans woman. That's a lie. It's basically reinventing history to fit your narrative.
Oh yeah, even the John Arc stuff that's coming out, it's like, no, she was a woman. She was a woman who disguised herself to be a male for her country. She fought for her country. No,
Yeah.
she's not trans. Get it right. Literally, an anime did this better than you. Fuck off.
Here's what's funny. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to say something quick.
Oh, never mind.
No, what I was gonna say is, what we should do is make a meme where Jolter from FGO is like, "Call me a man, call me non-binary, and I'll fucking kill you."
It's
John Arc.
Jolter would do that. She literally.
Yeah, she's like, "Call me non-binary again, and I'll fucking kill you." And then the master, the master has to keep his servants in check because she's just freaking going off, all pissed off and stuff. It's like, I get why you're pissed, but calm down. It'd be funnier if there's like a comic where it took all 3 command seals just to keep Jolter in check.
It's so funny how the servants are girls, but a lot of them are actually reincarnated girls. And
one thing that she would say is, it'd be funny is that if she was genre savvy, she'd be like, look, it's bad enough that it's bad enough that Artoria, that Arthur got turned into Artoria. Basically, at least Nasu had the balls to keep me as a woman.
Also, guys,
basically throw shade.
Okay, Taylor.
Anyway, the most funny thing about the John Garth thing, you got J.K. Rowling always calling out the wasting, women's history. And speaking of the non-binary thing, do you know that non-binary thing was founded in 2014 by a person claims non-binary, and they decided to create another sexuality, like when?
And there's no such thing as non-binary.
I mean, it's a recent phenomenon, so it was invented by wokeness itself. It's not even an identity group that existed before wokeness. At least trans people existed before wokeness.
Yeah, I mean, we have history and evidence to say, yeah, trans people, they're real. Here's the proof right here. But non-binary is like, okay, where's the proof?
Yeah, I think identities that existed before wokeness even was a thing are kind of suspect to me.
I mean, yeah,
only LGBTQ, LGBT, no non-binary or pansexual or demisexual, they're made up by these wokies trying to waste LGBTQ people off the history. Like, you're just trying to destroy the grammar, how the tires was saying, like a Latinx thing, a Filipinx thing.
Oh, God.
It's just
that's like what I said before, though. It's like what I said before with the whole, whenever these SJWs come out and say they're, trans or they're LGBT order, I don't believe them. I do not believe them because you gotta remember, in this day and age, being a straight person, especially a straight white male, is the equivalent of being Adolf Hitler to these people. So they gotta make up these pronouns to feel special and included, when yet you're still a sad, pathetic white person.
I'm gonna go further. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna actually go further, and because that doesn't really tell the whole story. The whole story is being a straight white male in today's society is like being Jewish under Hitler's regime.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm actually glad I'm straight. I'm really glad to be attracted to women, because I mean, women to me are beautiful. Well, okay, I don't want to say things. I mean, creatures. I mean, but women are, to me, are beautiful. And to women who are, are straight, who are attracted to, males. I mean, they feel the same way. I mean, what's wrong with, like in the opposite sex? I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's like negative and positive coming together. It's like, well, it's nature, isn't it? I mean,
it's not really like negative and positive. It's more like plugging a plug into a socket. Sorry.
Well, yeah, definitely.
Sorry, I had to.
I like that.
Oh, definitely, because basically,
Heck, You know the connectors of USB. They call it like the USB cord is usually like the things that stick out of the USB cable you plug in. Though the USB port is called the female USB connector, and the plug is called the male USB connector. So even that terminology came from that. So
Hey,
Yeah.
don't tell the SJWs that, or else they have a fucking hissy fit.
Or
You know what I
even-
say? Let them have a fucking hissy fit. No one cares because nobody cares about their feelings. Reality always wins.
There you go.
or even the same people attract too. Like if two people the same gender really love each other, then I say go for it. Like
There's nothing wrong
again,
with
I
that.
saw that
Exactly.
wonderful, beautiful
nothing-
marriage proposal. Like
I've
we
got
all
nothing-
didn't care. We all thought it was a joke at first, but it was legit. They pulled out the rings, and we're like, oh my goodness, this is so special. This is so sweet. They did that in public at the cosplay gathering for Genshin, but you know what? That's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Mhm.
Hugs all around. I did ask the couple, I'm like, hey, do you guys have an Instagram account? And she said like, oh yeah, hold on, here, let me put that up for you, and
Yeah,
there you go. I'm like, wow, that was something special. That was
also,
so.
oh, sorry.
Good.
But somehow when I bring it up to my mom, she has this weird look. I'm like, Mom, come on, like they love each other. I keep telling her like, what if I one day come out and say like, if a guy loves me, I will marry him. Will you still come to my wedding? Will you still come to my wedding? I'm your son. If you say no, then I'm like, then you're not my mother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that was going a little bit too harsh. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, even if she was to say no. I mean, I think you should give a little bit more time to adjust because
Well,
I mean, coming out saying that you're gay and people
I
who
don't
are around that age is it takes them a while to adjust, and eventually they'll get there. They'll say, you know what? Yes, you're my son. Yes, I mean, I want you to be happy, and you know what? Yes, I accept you for who you are.
This is why I don't like this is why I don't like the religious Christian nationalism movement, because to me this whole thing, the reason why gay people were hated is because of religion.
Yeah, I mean,
It's all based on religion.
Also, don't forget, even Islam and Judaism maybe has a very Abrahamic view against gay people.
Yeah, Abrahamic
Islam,
religions are
ISIS
just
were a white
are
organization,
Abrahamic
and
religions are
workers.
just authoritarian as hell.
But there are
Whoa,
gay
guys,
people who
guys,
are like
no religion, no
Christian and
religion.
stuff like that.
Religion's off limits, and so is politics.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
because-
I still have to remind her from time to time that our church was we were on the news one time, and our father he said very smart things, saying that even though it's still religious, but it's like he said the house of God still accepts all people, and we should be accepting of all people. Didn't it say literally in the Bible saying thou shalt not judge our neighbor? God made us in His own image. So I'm like, yeah, I quote that to people a lot. I'm like, come on, just it may take a while, but maybe you should accept that. Like, hey, if they're happy, we should be.
That's true. I mean, I'm just saying that. Well, I guess I should say that just individuals. Let's just say that there's just certain individuals that are very, and that's why I don't really like how,
I mean,
and because of the activists, I'm afraid that people are going to turn against gay people and trans people and stuff like that, and I don't want that. I don't want people to be turned against because of the loudmouth activists that won't keep their mouths shut.
To be fair,
Yeah,
I think
in fact,
actually,
may I suggest? If I can interject here? May I suggest actually checking out Sophia Narowitz, because she actually is a trans woman, and she actually does bring us some very good points. So
Yeah,
just listen to her.
And the thing is, I defended Sophia Narwitz from someone calling her an SJW because she was trans. It's like, you don't just assume someone's an... This is the same kind of trap that SJWs fall in. It's like you assume someone's political leanings based on the fact that they are trans. It's not. That's just wrong. That's actually transphobic. That's actually
and not just that,
transphobic.
but hold on. No.
Can I say something? I want to say something. Sorry.
Whoa,
about that,
that's
but
one at a time.
I have to say this, otherwise, okay. To be honest, when this whole trans thing started coming out, I originally assumed that it was just like only like a left wing thing, that it's just like a trend that's coming out, and and then I found some what's her name, Blair White. I found out that isn't the case. I mean, there are people who are like right.
I mean, I
right
remember
wing
seeing
and all that stuff.
Also forget
I
is,
remember seeing something.
this-
I remember seeing like some kind of show or something about trans people. They've existed for a long time, at least since they've been known about at least since the 2000s, if not in the 90s.
I
At
didn't
least
know
for
that.
as
I
far
didn't know that.
as far as I know. Yeah, they've been around for a long time.
So
Well,
so
one thing I want to talk about though is the whole LGBT thing, since like you both brought up, Sophia Norwitz and Blair White. Fun fact: not only are they trans, they're also ostracized from the trans community because they're seen as traitors because they are against things like allowing children to transition without the proper care and anything else that is supposed to be, something that is a serious debate. And instead, these activists are, if anything, the activists are their own worst enemy.
hmm
And now
Because,
they're trying. And the thing is that now I think what now I know that a lot of people here don't like Kiwi Farms. I don't either. It's dumb and full of people who just have nothing better to do than to
Mhm.
dox people and stuff. But what I'm trying to get at is that the method they're using to try and take them down by having it's because Australia passed some very authoritarian new law, and now the regional internet, like the people who assign IP addresses, like for like give them to ISPs and stuff. Now they might have to APNIC, which is the Asian Pacific, basically around that area, who assigns IP addresses. They might actually take away Kiwi Farms' IP address allocation since they run their own hosting stuff and site and stuff. I just think that that's going a little too, because that's attacking that's the first time that would ever have happened, and to me that's like the destruction of the free internet right there. At least in the Asian Pacific region. I'm sure that they could probably get one in the IP addresses from the American one, but and if they can't, then I think that we might, when someone gets a sane person gets into the office, we're gonna have to nationalize the American RIR so that it has to follow the First Amendment, because the core of the internet now is being attacked, the very core of it.
I think it's gonna be wartime in a minute. I'm sorry, guys, to say that, but it's about to be wartime.
Well, here's the thing. This is because of a law Australia, because they were dumb and they used they use IP addresses that were basically supposed to be from the Asia Pacific, and that organization is headquartered in Australia. So maybe they shouldn't have used they should have avoided using an Australian business, because that's a problem.
Oh man, I'm sorry, guys. Because if it keeps
still,
up like this, it's gonna get very.
I just think that what we need is we need support to rise up and protect the internet freedom as a whole, because if this deplatforming at that level is very dangerous, and it could literally fragment the internet into pieces.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
But
And
anyway,
again,
guys, like I said, but there's an old saying, "Siccus pacem parabellum," which means if you want peace, prepare for war.
yeah,
War and peace are like two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other.
and with the way things is going right now, oh boy, I don't want to say it, but bloodshed.
Yeah, I mean, I get why people want Kiwi Farms offline, but I think the way going about doing it that way by attacking the very organizations that try to keep who are charged with assigning like internet numbers and keeping the whole thing intact, attacking the very core of the internet itself, basically, is what Australian laws are possibly doing right now.
Yeah, and basically people don't understand that, freaking the internet is forever.
It's supposed to be, but I think if governments can force the very organizations that assign they never before ever did that. Even with the most heinous stuff on the internet, they used to never ever touch the very core of the internet to this level.
That's because the reason why they're doing this is because they have seen the power of the internet. They saw how information can get from one person to another. They saw how it can what's the word? It can inspire people to do stuff, and they don't want that.
So you got to take the dark web into account because people.
Well, here's the thing: is that because I think what they might have what Kiwi Farms might have to do is they might have to switch internet providers, they might have to ditch their if they're gonna have to go to like a normal system and then just go over Tor. They're literally gonna have to use Tor. They have to do that now because of the whole Cloudflare and DDoS guard situation.
And then if they go to Tor and docs people,
the thing is. They can only get rid of them through Tor if they cut off the actual servers themselves from the internet itself by removing the IP addresses. See, Tor, like even if a server uses Tor, it has to have an IP address somewhere in order to actually be accessible. So basically, that's how they'd attack it. And to me, that just goes way too far.
Yeah, and also think about this. If they use Tor, they have closer access to the deep web or the dark web. So if somebody gets doxxed and that goes on that version of Kiwi Farms, you're pretty much fucked. Because they can send that to any weirdo who really would take interest in that.
Well, actually, I mean, it would be the same site. It would just be, you would just need special software, well, basically Tor to access it. But still, I think that deplatforming someone to a point where they have to use Tor. And even though they've done nothing that's actually illegal, to me that's crossed the line, and that means that corporate control of the internet has gone too far to where legal speech that is not illegal is distasteful but not illegal can be completely deplatformed off the surface web because no companies. That means that there's too much corporate control, and we're gonna have to start nationalizing things.
Yeah,
the American Registry of Internet Numbers. If Kiwi Farms can't get any IP addresses from them because of their ideological stance, they have to be nationalized so that they have to follow the First Amendment. Because they as a private company, they can do whatever they want. Well, if they're nationalized, they have to follow the First Amendment. Yeah, if they're nationalized by the U.S. anyway.
But let's try focusing on something a little more positive because I really can't deal with all this pessimism.
I'm just saying that what we need people to take action and actually do things instead of sit on their ass and watch things crumble around them and do nothing.
I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
That's why I like you, Sarno.
And we need to take action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as much as we appreciate you, but we're just trying to focus on some of the more positive things in life because we don't really want to come off as negative and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
But I hear where you're coming from. It's just that we're just actually trying to find some positive.
But another thing is that APNIC, the thing is that because Japan is in the Asia Pacific region, so their IP addresses of Japanese companies are also allowed by APNIC. Australian law might now apply to Japan.
Oh no, we gotta go to war with Australia. I'm sorry, we can't allow that.
I mean, Japan, at least on the internet, like not directly, but I mean, like if APNIC has to basically enforce Australian law overseas, damn. I don't think that would ever stand, though. I think that there would be conflict if that happened.
Yeah,
And speaking of Japan,
oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
What happened?
Ah, shit snacks.
no.
Sits next to
Basically, did you hear about how Square Enix had to remove the censor bars from their new app because
Oh,
people
God,
complained
yeah,
too
that
much?
shit.
They're finally
Yeah.
What?
Square Enix literally had to remove the censor bars because otherwise I think their app would have went under. So they had, it was like a last ditch effort. They removed the censorship. I think the reason why they had the censor bars because they wanted one version that they could give to worldwide, and countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, and all those Middle Eastern, how they're repressive theocracies that wouldn't allow that kind of stuff. Well, I think that Square Enix tried to give us a version that was appropriate for them. And it's like this is why I don't like the whole lowest common denominator type solution that they try to come up with to give things worldwide. The one
Sorry
version
about
for
that.
all thing does not work.
My
And Square Enix
friggin'
had to
signal
realize
just
that.
cut out, and
I was talking
yeah.
about how
But
Square
anyway,
Enix,
like I said, they need to actually get rid of their.
ethics department and they also need to get rid of their ethics department since that's just all about censorship.
That too. They need to get rid of that. Really.
And they also need to ditch. They need to cut their relationship with Sony, at least their PlayStation division.
Seriously, like
Yeah,
what the
because
fuck
basically, it was actually a huge mistake that freaking
Oh, wait a
Sony's
minute.
freaking PlayStation headquarters is actually stationed in California of all places.
Oh, dude,
I think what
guys, let me
needs-
say something. Oh, no, because Japanese fans of the PlayStation is actually trying to say port their games that they like on a PlayStation onto other platforms like Microsoft and all that because they're getting tired of Sony with this bullshit that they're doing. I was like, yes.
And the PS5 sales are actually not doing so hot in Japan.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. I was like, yes, I love Japan. That's why I love.
Honestly, what we need to do is get rid of this notion that DRM is required. The Witcher 3 released with no DRM, and it was like one of the highest selling games. So DRM isn't really required for games that are good enough.
I see. Hey guys.
Hey dude.
But also to me, the problem still.
Hey dude. Also, Fire King X brings up a good point.
The Japanese games, like
hold on, guys. I wanted to read what Fire King X said. Sorry I'm late. Anyways, I want to talk about waifus. That's something positive I always thought of. Yeah, basically, like, we can always talk about waifus and stuff like that. Because, basically, I still stand by my precious girl, Revy. She's practically like my alpha waifu.
I don't have a waifu, just a favorite female character.
I do have a couple waifus, but even before we continue on that, the notion that having Xbox having more Japanese games, that, this is their time to strike very much now, but some of these hot takes that keep on seeing just a little bit that they're like, we need to put the trials series on Xbox. Do you want your series to die quicker? Hey, look, the trials series.
What you do is you go multi-platform. You put it on.
Come on.
You put it on Xbox. You put on. You also put it on Nintendo Switch and PC.
But you gotta put it on multi-plat because the trials, if it's on one, they were doing fine with PlayStation for a long time. This is even way before. It's really the translators. Like these games get translated very long, but for a very good reason. Because the thing about trials, they make almost every NPC like a quest line. Like that's what sticked out for trials. That it's not just you talk to random NPCs. No, you talk to everybody, and they're going to have a story for you. That's what sticks out so much. Yeah. There's a good video series on YouTube that explains this. It's like wow, and they almost screwed up for one of the releases completely badly. One guy was going to do the deed, but luckily his colleague, stopped him before doing the deed. He's like, hey, don't do this. We know you messed up, but we can fix this. And they did, and it was a massive hit. So I think
here's what I think.
Should be multi-plat. I think that's the safe solution.
Honestly, if they ever re-release Fire Emblem Fates, They should just redo the entire localization from scratch.
They should. They got
Just
Yeah, they
redo that
should.
from scratch. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue saying, hey, we should just pirate the ROM and do a fan translation if they
Yeah.
won't do that, because
already
I'm
been.
still gonna fucking say this, but god fucking damn you, Square Enix, for not marketing your Neo the World's End with You. You wanna know why that game fails? There was no marketing. And even when you play the game,
it's not only
it's
that,
so
but there were
great.
some issues with
It's so great,
translation
but
as
there's
well.
issues with translation. But these fans are like, it's not the translation problems. Are you sure about that? It's also the marketing and translation. I want to play a game as accurate
It is
as
a translation, I
possible.
think.
It is translation. Hey, why would the Japanese company put like, is it still Indian food if you make it, or is it cultural appropriation? Get that shit out of my fucking game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like seriously, do I really want localization? No, I just want translation and that's it.
Seriously.
Yeah, and all we want to do.
mean,
Okay, whoa, guys! Before you go onto a tangent like I am right now, allow me to add my 2 cents in here, because basically, God forbid, we just want to be entertained. We don't want to be preached to. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
again, and this,
Bring it
this is
loud
why,
and see it clear.
and this is why internet freedom is so important, because what I'm afraid is going to happen is that people are going to start going indie, where they're gonna make their own websites, make their own stuff. They're gonna make their own like things, and then what's going to happen is that like if like I'm afraid that like Japanese websites are going to start being subject to Australian restrictions, because Australia's going to say, well, like they're gonna push APNIC to basically revoke the IP address space of Japanese hosting companies if they don't comply with Australian, and if that does happen, I think APNIC should move from Australia to Japan, and then cut off Australia from their business.
That's
And
good.
basically, Australia will be without internet until they can get IP address space.
Of
Which
course.
they'd have to. What should happen is that they should get what belonged to Ford Motor Company, because Ford Motor Company has the entire 4 dot block of IP addresses. Which why does Ford Motor Company does not need that many IP addresses? So
Hey, you know
I think the U.S. government should or not U.S. government, but the IANA should take away and allow them to use what they are using, but instead give that block to like Australia so they can stay online after APNIC shafts them.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to see happen.
Hey,
Even
you know
though,
what,
like,
Sano,
from-
you gave me an idea. What if we actually help Japan actually pull that off and make it to where Australia fails, they cannot get no internet, and we give that shit
Because
to
they would
Japan?
have no IP address. They
Yeah.
could probably cobble together like an intranet in the meantime, but they might still have IPv6 addresses. They could probably get them easily, but IPv4 has already been taken up, because
Oh.
they could probably still be online, but they would only be able to access things that have IPv6 addresses, which many websites don't actually still. So
guys,
they have very limited internet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be
It
a
would be
good
funny as
idea.
fuck though.
Yeah.
We should help Japan actually pull that off. We should really start
Yeah.
helping Japan. That'd be a great
Yeah,
idea.
exactly.
Let's give these people let's give Japan a real boost. Let's give them a boost. Let's do something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that'd be
ready to
very
do it.
funny.
Okay, we're all talking much at once. But even I'm gonna
Okay,
say
guys.
Also-
you guys,
Besides,
for
do you know about the
players who are
whole
sick of it.
invite-only server situation since Kiwi Farm become an invite-only server now?
Okay, guys.
Oh,
And nothing
well, no,
that
I
was
think
wrong.
it's more like they're using Tor. So
Yeah.
you can't get to them from the Surface Web, but you have to use Tor.
Tor.
Yeah, basically. So you have to use special software to access them, but that's about it.
Yeah. And these idiots don't even know how to use Tor, which, they're not gonna tell these idiots about it.
Yeah, I mean the media thinks that they're gone, but you just have to know their onion address, which is kind of funny.
And the only thing
I
is
mean-
that you used the Tails OS for once, but it didn't work very well, so I had to do it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing, yeah, it's. I just think it's funny how when they push these sites underground, what's going to happen is that you're going to have less sane people visiting those sites. So what's going to happen is kiwi farms is going to become even more extreme because they're cut off.
That's what I was talking about earlier. They're going to become more sadistic. They'll be like, remember me, Mr. Anime?
Now that they're harder for the media to access. Like the media is going to have to, less people on the media from the media might be willing. In fact, I think some media outlets don't even know that they're still online, just on tour.
Yeah.
So they're basically underground, and what's going to happen is, well, they're not going to be under as much scrutiny. So they actually might do something illegal, and no one would know about it for quite a while.
Yeah.
That will be.
But here's the other double standards. Like Reset Era does the doxing as well. They should take that down.
Yeah, I think if Reset Era dox people.
I think so.
Then they're basically left-wing QE farms. They should be kicked offline too if that's the case.
And then they'll go on tour and they'll have man.
Let's all call Cloudflare and tell them, hey, cut services to Reset Era. I think that if we're at war with these lunatics, if the people who want freedom are at war, we should use this. We should return in kind. Let's call Cloudflare and all the DDoS guard services and all their CDN provider. Because they're aligned with the left. They're probably using a lot more. They're probably not as self-reliant. So if one of those companies caves, they're offline because they don't have as many backup plans because they think they're all high and mighty and they're not. No one's going to deplatform us. But when all it takes is for someone to get killed or commit suicide because of something posted on Reset Era, we should say, hey, you took QE farms down under this. You should take Reset Era down too.
And because she said
also another thing about Reset Era is they actually have some very disgusting people on there, including actual kitty diddlers and someone who actually really enjoys the smell of freaking literal shit from a freaking Indian cuisine restaurant.
What the fuck?
Ew, that's just.
He could have just said he was sent to scat and left it at that.
Yeah, ew.
You know what, guys? I got a question. I'm gonna ask all of you this question, even the people in the chat. Okay?
Shoot.
If every country was against America and Japan, which we're kind of seeing right now, if every country, right, that's just full blown was like, you know what? We need to get Japan and America off the map, and then somehow we get Japan and America was like, you know what? They are all against us. We got to go to war with these bastards. We had all the guns. We had all the technology.
Here's the thing.
Would you actually go out there as a military vet and fight? I'm just gonna ask you guys that. It's a scenario I made up.
I mean,
would you guys fight for each other?
I think we would kind of be doomed because unless Russia is on our side, we're doomed.
Wait a minute.
We would have to have Russia on our side, or else.
Because Russia was always on our side. So what if Russia said?
Here's the thing. The reason is because Russia has thousands of nuclear weapons that they could use. And they could just wipe them out. Yeah.
So what if?
Sure, we could wipe them out too, but everyone would get wiped out because Earth would nuclear winter.
Nuclear
winter.
War.
No, there will be no war because everybody will be dead. There will be literally nobody left.
We will all be dead.
That's why I'm against nuclear weapons. And the thing is, what has to happen is we have to. It has to. The thing is to de-arm nuclear, to reduce the number of nuclear warheads. Russia and the U.S. would have to be perfect allies, and that's probably never going to happen.
Okay, I can find this completely freaking ridiculous. There's this video from the Quarter saying that freaking PewDiePie and freaking Moist Critical are actually responsible for childhood obesity.
No, they're not.
What?
Really? That's stupid.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Did PewDiePie make videos of hey kids, eat junk food? No, eat.
Man, Quarter, get your fat ass out of here, man.
That's
how ironic as fuck is that quartering.
Okay, guys.
Guys, let me say something here. Quick plug, okay? So you know how they say that freaking childhood obesity is an issue? maybe you should actually tell the parents to actually, discipline their kids a little more.
Yeah.
Tell them to go outside and not just,
True.
freaking.
Parents like to use iPads as babysitters nowadays, though.
Yeah. The point is,
Take away the iPad. I would say get outside
Put
and
down the fork.
put down the set the timer on these devices. Only you know the passcode, and they can't access to this. Like sometimes it is that simple. Get the timer on. Like, all right, when the timer goes off, you're done. Get outside and play, or do your homework or whatever. Or
I would usually go outside and play as a kid. Like I would just every time I'll just be like, I want to go outside, and I'll just go outside and play.
For me, I like to go outside and play, and usually go to libraries, go to the card shops, whatever I go to.
Also, can I have a talk too? Like, let me talk about a woman king. The woman king has a giant dislikes. Trust me, if you look at the dislike thing, you probably huge ass dislikes.
I thought YouTube took away that ability.
I have
basically there's like a
freaking.
freaking. There's a extension that you actually have to download that can actually give back all the.
How? I'm wondering if they paid for like API access or something like that. They probably I bet you that extension owner has to pay Google to.
Okay,
no.
To explain this, there's actually an app that I downloaded that brings back the dislikes on YouTube.
Actually,
it's called
when I done it, it was actually for freaking. It was for the PC, and I actually used that for my computer at work.
It's so weird because on one of my YouTube channels, the main one I'm using, my account all over channel, the fucking return dislike button is not working when I go to my DBZ and GP for Life channel, my newer one. It works. What the fuck?
I think in order to see the dislike count, like I think that the whoever made the extension probably has to pay Google a pretty penny for access to that data, because Google likes to sell data, and they probably disable access to dislikes, or probably are selling access to it now. That would not surprise me if Google is selling access to that for app developers. Like pay us and you can have an API key that you can put in your app, so you can allow access to that. That would be freaking funny if Google did that, because that means that Google is.
I wouldn't be surprised these son of a bitches did that.
Yeah, because Google's all about selling data.
Yeah,
to God knows who.
Also,
probably the dark web itself.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
Also, by the way, for a woman king, like I see a female warriors like their giant mask of man, like it's ma'am. Imagine if the African warrior in this movie going to attack these colonizers who would just call them like it's ma'am, yell out, it's ma'am. That'd be hilarious.
Oh god. Oh, imagine a woman king imagine a woman king launching a counter invasion, and they invade, and she goes into a GameStop, says, "It's a ma'am."
It's a ma'am.
They're gonna shout, "It's ma'am," because they have giant massing asses, and they have some different haircut styles, and hell, they only have weapons. Like, it's ma'am. That
GameStop.
It's a ma'am.
I remember that GameStop video.
I remember watching, I think it was either Blair White. Actually, it probably was Blair White. But she was reviewing the It's Mem guy, and apparently he has a son. And he has a picture where he is posing with his son and nothing but his underwear. And it's very
I heard that already.
Oh, gross! Come on!
Are you serious?
And it's
police! Help! Police!
Somebody get the gun and blast this dude's
FBI, open
head
up!
clean off.
Yes, FBI, open up! Yeah.
Mind you, this piece of shit, brother, this piece of shit has already a bad reputation because whoever knows him has said he is a complete and total asshole. Like, I hear
I mean,
rude.
here's the thing, is that if he is I don't know, I just think it's just disgusting that
Yeah.
the fact that he posed with I don't even want to say it.
Man, ugh.
Yeah, that is just disgusting. Honestly,
And yet, mind
honest,
you, these SJWs.
honestly, those are the kind of people. Honestly, those are the kind of people. And, and I kind of wish that if Kiwi Farms did not allow doxing, it would actually be somewhat. It would actually be a somewhat site just to make fun of these people,
And the
because
problem,
And
if
yet
they
they
did not
say
allow
that-
if they did not allow doxing, if they did not allow that specific behavior, it would not. I think there would be much less of a problem.
yeah. And the problem is, let me tell you this: it's all because these idiots on the internet. Like, I don't blame Kiwi Farms or the people who kind of revealed their information. I blame the people themselves who kind of revealed their real names, their address, and everything. To be honest.
Honestly, what I think needs to happen is that, in the thing is that I think that I think when it comes to I think like it's this. Now, the thing about the whole farms thing is I think that that it's ma'am guy, he's the kind of person that if he acts like that too much, he's gonna have a thread on him. Let's just
Oh
say
my
that.
god.
They're
Yeah.
gonna make a thread on that guy if he if he gets discovered on like what his internet handles are and stuff. That's when they'd start making threads on him.
Yeah.
Cause people who act like that in public are the kind of people that usually get themselves KF threads.
Yeah, and the thing is, Kiwi Homes knows that like they know I'm innocent, and the only thing is because of that Karen Tora, who's been like basically causing the problem. She's being targeted by Kiwi Farms for what they do, like as in like not like doxing in a way, but as in showing how insane she is. She's like in nearly to Chris Chan level.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
never
don't
go
think
full
I don't think anyone could
Christian.
I don't think anyone could surpass Sonichu as far as lol calls go.
You never go full fucking Chris Chan.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
God! Now we're
man.
He's a
going into
kid with the
Christian territory.
Christian.
God
And
damn!
Yeah, once
And
you get into that
This-
territory, I think it's and the funny thing is, now I know that
Boy
Kiwi,
Chan.
I know that KF is like anti-lolly and all that. However, there is one other form that can mobilize if like let's say Alucard, like let's say her Twitch and stuff gets banned by that one person. It wouldn't be KF that would go after them. It would be Vari's Hangout.
Yeah,
Because
let's
there's a
not
lot.
forget about
That's a
Flickr
forum that's
Press.
full of any like the people that are like obsessively anti-lolly that become lol cows to the point they become the lol
that's
cows.
true.
They might actually get a Vari's Hangout thread. It would be funny. It would be funny if there was like a combined effort where they're like they're acting independently but against the same person. Like you'd have Kiwi Farms on one side, Vari's Hangout on the other, just going after the same lol cow. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
anyway, guys, let's call it good here because basically,
Yeah, I gotta. I gotta. do
I wanna go
something.
first.
This
Oh, I
version.
want to go first.
all right, Shadow, go first.
Stick with the shadows because at the end of the day, the darkness is always with you.
All right, Shiny.
Well, I'm gonna say this. So since I already discussed all this stuff, what's happening, just I say before, be decent, don't be a locale, don't do anything stupid online. So and also don't engage with these trolls. And by the way, well, I have one more thing to announce that I have my new main channel coming out very soon. So the only thing is I'm gonna put my introduction video soon. I have videos pre-uploaded anyway, so but it's gonna be like on schedule. I don't know when, so you'll see.
All right, Serna.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say this. It would be. I think it would be really funny if. It would be really funny if there was a lol cow that like this if there was a situation where there was an anti-lolly lolcow that was so bad that both Varys Hangout and Kiwi Farms simultaneously went after him, that would just be funny.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Anyway, Taylor.
I have a last question about the Woman King. Do you know Woman King is just all female warriors? Like, in actuality, they're just sex slaves of being suffered some Stockholm syndrome by a cane. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna retile the woman slave in the tile, and you can find it accurate.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. So.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a Fears Out about Black Queen. Peace out here and sign the hell out here. It's ma'am. Fortunately. See ya.
Ma'am.
All right. Arcana.
Anyway, keep the love for your character franchise alive. Keep rocking the dragon, and also, Japan right now is the best country in the fucking world. I'm just gonna say it like that.
All right.
Except their work culture, they do have flaws still.
They still have
Yeah.
flaws.
Anyway, Geek Freak.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Thanks for having me on here, guys, and keep it cool, okay?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Dio.
Heathens was fantastic. See you next week, and again, play JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the new game, because it's absolutely awesome. And SJWs, shut the fuck up. No one's listening to you. Holy
Yeah.
fucking shit, you people are annoying.
Yeah. Anyway, Joker.
Careful.
Fuck High Garden Spice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And
Well, anyway, guys, thank you guys for actually joining the board. Freaking fuck anyone who actually says freaking Bridget is trans. He's
Yeah, I
actually
agree.
dude.
yes.
So anyway, guys,
Don't fuck
just
them, you
remember
might get
these four
AIDS.
things. Respect the
All right.
records of fan service. Enjoy your fandoms. Embrace your degeneracy as long as it's legal, doesn't harm you or anyone else. Anime is freedom. And until the next time we meet again, this is Mr. Anime 343 saying God, anime, back in big city waifu, fucking speed.
And don't forget to work hard and get good. So, and also one more thing, fuck Keffels.
Yep.
Yeah. Screw
Don't, you'll get AIDS.